There's a winner. Look at that.
Back. Gone. We have a chance.
Showdown.
Yankees 12, Red Sox 11.
What? He's gone. He could go all the way.
No hay arquero. ¿Quién le pega? ¡Golazo!
Well, there's a long ball through, and
oh my God, an insane goal! I've just seen the most insane goal I have ever seen on a football pitch. Incredible, Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Fed on through, and here's Rust. Rust delays to Kobe. Walton can tip it. Bryant with the save.
Oh, you gotta get a shot here.
Final seconds. Bryant for the win. Bang!
oh, go ahead. Do your little intro.
Welcome everybody to another episode. It's another Tuesday, and we have another episode of Earth2 Sports Talk with Weds and Mo. I am Mo.
And I'm Weds.
Listen, we should call it I Made the Playoffs Day. That's what we should call today's episode because I did it.
Who made the playoffs?
Sorry, I'm still not sure about that.
Me. I made the playoffs. That was serious. Don't worry about it. You know what? I should have opened this show with you know the favorite one we have?
Which one?
In. It's the play in, not the playoffs. I should have opened the show with that. Now I'm thinking about it. I'm sick. I just wasted a great opening.
You could always end it. You could always end it with that way.
Yeah, definitely.
We are the champions.
Definitely, because honestly, on Sunday, that's how I was, man. I was celebrating. I was actually crying. I took my shirt off. I was running around the house. I'm like, yes. I didn't even have to wait for Monday Night Football to do that. It was really Sunday, so I was super excited. Like you have no idea, and it's exciting to make the playoffs.
That's hilarious.
No, so it was a great fantasy year for some of us, not all of us, but can't complain. Wetson, how was your weekend?
Weekend was great, man. I've been in Miami for the last 10 days now.
Ooh.
So it's been like, I don't know, between 70 and 80 and sunny. So it's been beautiful, man.
Who the fuck cares, bro? I'm sorry. I have a fucking sore throat brewing. And you over there talking about 70 and 80, man. Fuck your 70 and 80.
You just asked me how was my weekend.
I ain't asked you for the weather. Are you a meteorologist? No, I asked you how your weekend was.
And I'm telling you, my weekend was great because the weather's great where I'm at. Like,
whatever. Unfortunately, Jake can't make the podcast with us. He's spending time with the wife. Rather, she's spending time with her husband. Any way you want to put it. But yeah, few storylines from sports. Chris Paul is a crybaby bitch. That's not new. And the Suns are crybaby bitches. Did you see that? You muted yourself, man. Okay, well, Wetson's gone. Technical difficulties. So I'm just going to carry the show like I always do. Like my back hurt from carrying this show all fucking day. Like I am really like the Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith of the show. Like I can see Wetson over there. Oh, you're back. Hi. Oh, he's not back. But yeah, I can see Wetson over there struggling. But like as the Shannon Sharp, Stephen A. Smith, and Skip Bayless of the show, I'm going to carry the show on my back like I always do. So, a couple storylines. Like I said, the Suns the Suns were at the Pelicans earlier this week and earlier last week, and they were losing. Chris Paul goes to make a layup. He botches a layup, like an easy layup, and then they get the rebound with like 9.2 seconds. Toss the ball out to my man Zion, who's already going for the lead. and he windmills the shit out of that. Like I honestly was like, let's go. But like all the announcers were like, no, don't do it, don't do it. I'm like, why not? No one said anything. See, the beef I have with that whole clip is it's 9 seconds left. Chris Paul is going for a 2-point layup that wouldn't even matter. You could dribble the ball out, but he's going for a 2-point layup that wouldn't even matter, like in the grand scheme of the game, right? It's just stat padding at this point. And so I'm wondering, like, what, like this. So I wanted to ask you for real. The reason I brought this up was this unwritten rule of basketball, or unwritten rule of sports, rather. I think it happens in basketball more so often because in football, it just goes into victory formation and game is over. But this unwritten rule of basketball, where like you have the lead and you can't score. Like, how do you feel about that? Wow. I guess again, like I was telling y'all, I have to carry this show on my back, man. It's not easy. But yeah, so I'll just answer the question I asked Wetson to ask myself, because again, I am the show carrier. I all these unwritten sports rules are funny to me, right? There's the unwritten rule in baseball that you can't celebrate when you hit a home run. You just got to run around the bases. There's an unwritten rule in baseball that you can't celebrate. You just got to round the bases. And then there's an unwritten rule in I think the football one is kind of sketchy, because there was one time I saw it, right, where a team entered victory formation and the coach was like, "Now we're gonna go after them with I can't remember the name of the coach, but I think it was the Tampa Bay Bucks." He was like, "Now we're gonna go after them, like we're going. It's regulation. I mean, the clock is still going." And then this one in basketball is kind of funny to me, because it's like, well, the game is out, you're leading, so why? Because again, last year in the playoffs, the Suns, that same Suns team, Bridges went for a dunk. I don't remember the series. He went no, it was actually, I think, the Pelican series. He went for a dunk, and then they did it again in the next series, in the Mavs series. And so I'm thinking to myself, like, so like who sets these? The real reason I'm thinking to myself, like, who sets these rules? Who's the one that says you can't do this or you can do that? So honestly, I think personally, like, that thing that happened, because it became a thing, like it became a thing. People were debating it, unwritten rule, blah 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 blah. I personally do not care. I think if you're in the lead and if you have a chance to make a shot, or if you have a chance to entertain the fans by going for a windmill dunk unopposed, go for it. It was something crazy that I saw, right? Oh, what if somebody came and pushed them? So you're telling me that again, this goes back to the baseball one. The baseball one, so I think someone celebrated a home run and came and it was like, "Oh, next at bat, I'm going to plunk him." Like, I saw a bunch of comments saying, "Next at bat, I'm gonna smack him with the ball." I'm like, you guys are insane. Like, you have to be fuck out of your mind to sit there and say, because he did something that I don't like, because I'm a pitcher and he hit a home run, I smashed the ball out on me, and he celebrated his home run, which is, again, everyone was celebrating Aaron Judge hitting 63, I think. So because he did that and he celebrated that, I should be so upset that I'm going to try to harm him on the next go around. Like, do you hear how that sounds? And then this was the funny thing with the Chris Paul thing. What if someone, while he was going for his 360, someone came in? So again, I'm going to cause physical harm because I couldn't do my job and stop him from winning the game and stop him from putting a show, putting on a show for the fans. Like, do you guys hear what you guys are talking about? This stupid ass unwritten. Oh, you're back. Like I said, being the show carrier, it's not easy, bro. But do you want me to repeat what I was saying, or do you think you got it from here? Oh, okay. Wow. It's still technical difficulties over there. Like, See, when it comes to where's the camera? Right here. When it comes time to showtime, right? I am always ready to go. I'm prepared. So this is why when I say like I carry the show, like it's not even like it should be Earth2 Sports Talk with Mo and Weds, not Weds and Mo. For real, for real. Like it really should be. Like this episode should be Mo's day. Because I made the playoffs. I'm here talking to you guys. Wetson isn't here. It should be Mo's day. But yeah, so let me finish my rant. The unwritten rules in sports. Again, they're not written. They're not rules anywhere. So people are saying if you break an unwritten rule in sports, in football, and basketball, and baseball, I have the right to physically harm you. Again, this is the result of breaking an unwritten rule. So instead of me playing better and doing my job better, I've decided to cause physical harm to you, which could be detrimental to one, your career, one, your actual health. You know, you might never recover. You know, if I push you while you're going for a dunk, you smack your head on the ground. Now what? You know, you don't get up, or you smack your head on the ground, or you smack your spine on the ground, and now what? So yeah, I can't deal with any of these unwritten rules, and I think everyone that sits there and justifies, you know, harming people because they're breaking unwritten rules in football and basketball should be in jail. End of rant. Moving on. The next topic is actually the next topic in sports I want to discuss is Goat Mayfield. Baker Mayfield, okay?
Baby goat.
Baby goat, baby cabra, all of that. Chupacabra. Day one, like what was he? 3 days into the Rams?
2 days, sir.
2 days into the Rams, has to start again.
36 hours to be exact. 36 hours.
And wins a game in the craziest. First of all, I know it's being Vegas, and it's not like in Vegas. Josh McDaniels was trash. He needs to never be a head coach again. Derek Carr, what the fuck? Vontae Adams got paid. That's all I'm gonna say to that. And I think Josh got hurt. So everything had to work together perfectly for that to happen.
Yep.
And it fucking happened.
And
like,
Baker got a W.
And,
so you know,
right, and not just he was the fucking hero of the game because it's funny.
Yes.
I'm watching the
he's
highlights. Right, I'm watching the highlights. I'm watching all the sports talk radio about it. No one is talking about the defense in the second half that the Rams put up because again, Vegas scored in the first half. Vegas scored first quarter, second quarter. They shut them out in the third and the fourth.
Yeah.
No one is talking about that. You understand? Everyone is talking about the rally. I mean, you had to have a little rest special, but still, Baker. I mean,
the thing with Baker is he's talented. He's skilled, but it seems like it just doesn't work out for him, no matter where he goes.
Right.
So now that he's in the Rams, it's like, well, and the things, and that's another thing I was going to say about that. The Rams are playing right now with house money.
Correct.
With Baker Mayfield, they're playing with house money.
Yeah.
Right now, Baker could have come and get blown out by 40 or 50. And people would be like, yeah, duh. Like, he just got here. You don't know the playbook, blah, blah, blah. People will say all that.
Mm-hmm.
But now that they won, it's like, oh, my God, Baker Mayfield. And again, amazing win, impressive. But now the Rams have to, like, try to figure out, how does this work going forward?
I mean, to me, if I'm in the Rams organization, personally, because I have beef with the guy who won the Super Bowl last year, get him the fuck out of there.
Then you can't be the one making that decision because
I said to me, get him the fuck out of there. He's washed. Like he's showing you this season that he's washed. Or to be honest, I think it was an anomaly. Again, like I said, they play Vegas and everything had to go right. 2 flags on the play. Like, first of all, it's impressive. 90-something yards is impressive, but 2 flags, sportsmanlike conduct, and a PI. But the thing is, okay, so I'll agree with the PI. The unsportsmanlike one, it's like.
So you see,
I'm saying everything had to work very well, but okay. So let me ask you about the unsportsmanlike one. Do you call that?
No.
See,
Bro.
an unsportsmanlike conduct flag is very weird because some of them is like, oh, come on, ref, like, and some of them like, oh, okay, definitely, I would definitely call that. You know, like if a player like throws the football at your head, that's unsportsmanlike. I'll call that. But like, he smacked the football out of his hands, bro. Come on, it's but hey, it happened. I'm not complaining about it. It happened. Do your job. Stop them from scoring. You didn't. So we can't really complain about the flag. So yeah, baby goat won.
And I know like I was having technical difficulties on the first topic we were doing with the Chris Paul and the Suns. Because I am upstanding citizen, I don't use foul language. I would simply say that the Suns are a terrible team, and I hate their leader. If Chris Paul is your leader, I hate him. I cannot stand Chris Paul because he is immensely talented. Top 5 greatest point guard ever, in my opinion. However, Chris Paul is such a bitch. Jesus Christ.
What you do? Never mind.
But again, I don't use foul language. But
gotcha.
He always annoys me like that because he'll be the same guy that will do the stupid like cheap fouls, trying to draw one of the cheap fouls, and then complain about it. The very next when they call one on him.
You know what's funny? He fouled out on Sunday, but he shot a 3, stuck his leg out, and
he's such a dirtbag. Like, and the things like I'm like, don't get me wrong. Like, listen, there are plenty of these guys like this in the NBA, Draymond Green, Patrick Beverley, but those guys own it. Those guys own up to it. Chris Paul's trying to be dirty and sneaky. He's like, bro, we're watching the game. We watch you. And also the Suns, like the Suns thought they should have won. They should have won the finals because they were there. And then the following year, they played oh yeah, well, how dare you not put some like, yo, why are you walking around entitled when you ain't done nothing yet? Ugh. Like, what has the Suns done? Devin Booker made the playoff like twice in his career, hasn't he?
Correct. Yes.
Twice in his career. DeAndre Ayton is talented, but also soft as hell. Chris Paul bitch about everything. And again, Monty Williams is probably one of my favorite coaches in the NBA. But I need him to stop being like, listen, he read too many psychology books, okay? He read too many psychology books. He's too uplifting. Put some fire on these under these people's ass. Like, put some fire under them. Make them play ball. Like, be scrappy. Do something like, ugh. All right, I'm done.
Wow, that was a different trajectory that I went. But okay. Matter of fact, let's circle back so I can ask you. So what I was talking about, because my back hurts right now. But what I was talking about earlier, when you weren't here, was about the unwritten rule in sports. So when I was reading a couple comments under like a video from the Chris Paul thing, the Zion thing, and someone was like, "What if because he did that one, pushed him while he was in the air and he got hurt?" And I'm saying to myself, because he broke the unwritten rule. So I'm saying to myself, right? You broke a fake rule that nobody wrote, but because you broke that fake rule, it gives anyone a chance to come cause bodily harm to you. Have you seen the one in baseball where if you celebrate a home run, that the pitcher can like hit you with the ball? Do you see how these people think?
See, I'm not very good at being a sports of being sportsmanlike. That's why there are certain sports I can't play. There are certain sports I can't be involved in. I cannot be in boxing or UFC because you can't sit there trying to punch me in the face for 20 minutes straight, and afterwards we just shake hands and go about our way. No. From this point on, you are my mortal enemy, my arch nemesis. I don't care if it was just a friendly fight. I don't care if it was, it wasn't for the title. We can't be in those things. So as far as sportsmen go, like, don't get me wrong. We play a good ball game, shake hand afterwards, cool. However, this whole unwritten rule of this, unwritten rule of that, I understand some of it, but that one in basketball, dude, you're down 10, 20, whatever it is. Dude, like, Dude is athletic. He's trying. First of all, people forget basketball is entertainment. Like,
bruh, thank
it's
you.
entertainment.
I paid fucking money to come see this nigga dunk. You telling me if he didn't hit one dunk all game and that's the only dunk he hit, that's my money's worth. I'm not lying to you.
No, and of course, and the things are like, the game is supposed to be entertaining, okay? And that's why even for a very long time, there are teams people didn't like watching play. People hated watching the Spurs play, even though they were like one of the best teams in the NBA for like 25 years. Like people didn't like watching them play because of the way they play, because they want to be entertained. People don't watch some sports because they're not entertained. Even the people who don't watch baseball, because baseball there's two types of people. People who love baseball or people who refuse to watch baseball.
Correct.
Some sports you could be a casual fan, and baseball is not one of those sports.
No,
same thing with so it's like if you're not a casual if you're a casual basketball fan, you're not watching the Spurs play. If you're a casual basketball fan, you're not watching the WNBA. So same concept. It's like people came to watch the game play and came to be entertained. So so we talk about a young guy who missed all of last year, who has so much like potential, who's like has so much expectations. You're telling me his team just finished kicking your ass, but because he did the one dunk at the end of it, that's what you're gonna get mad about? Why don't you get mad for the first 47 and a half minutes?
Thank you. It's so funny to me because the Suns players were all complaining about it's a sportsman. Like, bro, you let them kick your ass all game to come at the game to do your fucking job. Do your fucking job. Stop fucking complaining about shit. Get the fuck out of here with unwritten rules, man.
Them sore losers, man. I hate
facts. Big facts.
But I think it's mostly because I hate Chris Paul.
Real quick, let's talk about what you would have done if you were Shannon Sharp. I just want to really ask you, did you watch that video I sent you?
No, I did not.
Oh my god. Oh well, fuck it then. All right, let's moving on. Let's just get into last week's picks.
What happened in that video?
Okay, so I'll give you the cliff notes real quick. They're arguing. I think Shannon Sharp had said how like Brady's washed. Like, oh my god, like me. He's like, oh, Brady's washed. Like he played first of all, he played a horrible game on Sunday. And so Shannon Sharp is telling Skip, he knows Skip, right? He literally be swinging off the one hair on Tom Brady's balls. And Skip is like, at 45, Brady is still playing at 45 while you left the game at 30-something. Brady is way better at the game than you are. That's what he said to Shannon Sharp. And Shannon took his glasses off respectfully and said, what? Why are you taking a personal shot? Why is this personal to you? Why are you making this personal about Tom Brady and me? Like, what did I do? Like, we're debating a player. I'm not even playing no more. Like, and he's mad. You know how black people are mad and their voice cracks and goes up?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Shannon had the you know it. Yeah, this one. You know it. His voice cracked.
The crazy thing about that is like we all have like similar understanding of it in terms of like, because in that particular moment, you have one or two reaction. Either you take it on the chin, and like just just like continue the conversation because you're live on air,
right?
Or you lose your job on the spot. There's not too many ways of dealing with this, like, because for example, right? Let's say he decided to react some type of way. Let's say he decided, you know what, you make it personal, I'm gonna make it personal. Hey, Skip, remember how you've been talking about trash about all these athletes all these years? Meanwhile, you were never an athlete, in your life. You never played any sports, so he could have taken that route. But now it's like tit for tat. Like there's, I
forget somebody called him Pistol Pete. I forget somebody called him. He had a 0.2 average, and they dragged him. I forget who, but somebody dragged him on the show, and he's never been back. So
now it's like so it's like how do you handle it? Literally, it's those two ways. Either you attack back, lose your job. It depends on how you respond, or you just take it on the chin and be like, "You listen, bro, why are you taking a shot at me? Like I'm talking about a player. Like you making this as if I'm talking about you here." So as far as what I would do, I mean, I can sit here and tell you what I would have done in any given situation, but until I'm there, I'm not quite sure, honestly, because I feel like
I think you need to watch the video. I think you need to watch the video because you have no like visual context of it. I just told it to you, and I'm not sure I gave you like full context, but I think visual context, like with all the words, will give you like 100%. So maybe after you watch it, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, so we can do that.
So let's jump to week 14 real quick. You know what? I picked the Rams, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. I am my $2 parlay would have hit. Bro.
I lost like 8 of those games on from last week, bro. From week 14, I'm pretty sure I lost like 8 of those games.
No, you didn't. A bunch of the games are just weird, bro. The Bills did what they had to do, though.
Football's been so weird this season
it really is.
Bro, I don't even feel bad about like any of it. Like when I tell you, like it's my the fantasy team, because like the fantasy team,
fantasy team is fire.
That's what I'm saying. But somehow the record is trash. So
it's funny because I know it's funny because like on draft day, like they send results. You were like one of the highest rated people. Like, yeah, football's been weird this year, bro.
So because football's been so weird, I'm not even stressing it, bro. I'm not even stressing, outcomes and stuff like that. Every game that happened, I'm like, all right, it is what it is. Because last week was weird. The Raiders, why are the Raiders so bad, bro? No. Okay, you know what? We can go into week 14, but like this is a legitimate question, bro. Right now, you're an NFL fan. You watch football and you understand football well. You look at this Raiders team. Please tell me, why are they bad?
I mean, obviously coaching, but like,
bro, listen, coaching can be bad and all that, but like the coach is not throwing the ball, bro. Coach is not running the ball, like, so
I have no idea, bro. I have no fucking idea.
You see what I'm saying? To be completely baffled by a team because it doesn't make sense why they're so bad is weird.
100%, bro. 100%. Like it makes no sense. Them being that bad, honestly, and the Rams. Okay, I'll ask you this: we didn't do the Rams division, right? That's not one of the divisions. I think we picked 3 divisions or 4 divisions, and both divisions that we did have been looking. I mean, the only one division I think was Kansas City, and yeah. Mm-hmm. No, wait, that's the division. So Kansas City, that division with the Rams. Sorry, not the Rams, with the Raiders, right?
Kansas City?
Yeah.
No.
Chargers, KC.
It's Chargers. No, it's Chargers, KC, Denver, and Raiders.
Yeah.
No, I'm tweaking.
Yeah, because you said I remember specifically you said Russell Wilson might be the 3rd worst quarterback, the 4th worst quarterback in that division. I think that's how you put it.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. That division and we didn't see the NFC East being what they're.
Bro, the NFC East doesn't make any sense.
No one saw Tampa Bay. Like,
bro, when I say the NFL is not making sense this season, it's not making sense, bro. In any capacity, it's not making sense. Tampa Bay is 6-7, and they're number 1 in their division. Carolina's winning games. Nobody knows how. The NFC least is now the NFC beast. The AFC East is the most competitive, like the division in football. Well, that along with with the AFC East and the NFC East are the 2 best divisions in football. The NFC West is trash for reasons nobody understands.
Bruh.
Like, and it's somehow. I'm
saying Derek Carr. I'm saying Derek Carr because I'm not picking. No, I'm saying Derek Carr is the worst.
You have to go with Russell Wilson, bro.
No, I'm not. I'm not doing that
Bro.
because one of them has Devontae Adams, the other doesn't. That's all I'm saying. One of them has Devontae Adams, one of them has Darren Waller, one of them has Josh Jacobs, and the other doesn't. Bro, I don't care. And one of them is younger. I don't care.
You realize that the Broncos were better this time last year, right? With whoever that guy was at quarterback.
That's fine.
You realize that, right?
Okay, same thing can be said for the Raiders, though. The Raiders made the playoffs last year. Do you think the Raiders will make playoffs this year? Broncos didn't make playoffs last year, though. One of these teams made the playoffs.
Question.
I know you're saying because of the quarterback, right?
Okay, question. Let me ask you. Let me make one point to bring it home. Who just gave the quarterback $250 million?
Okay. Who just went out and signed
Mike drop. That's it.
Signed 5 years saying this is what we need.
You said what?
Bro, who's on the top 5 receivers saying this is the piece that we need? Both of them signed players saying this is the piece that we're looking for, right? We can agree on that, right?
One of them, except guess what? Devontae Adams can't catch the ball. He can't throw to himself. What has Russell Wilson done well?
Jerry Jeudy had 3 touchdowns last week. I'm not listening to anything.
Question for you. What has Russell Wilson done well this season? Name one thing.
Jerry Jeudy had 3 touchdowns last week, bro. What are you talking about? You said what? That is what?
Yo, up until that point, Russell Wilson had 6 touchdowns for the season.
So we're really debating, right? I just want to be clear. We're really debating Derek Carr versus. Do you? In my mind, but they're like,
bro,
on the same. I don't know if one is better.
As far as I'm concerned, they're both fighting for last place. However, right now, I'm telling you, I did not. One team did not sign a guy for $250 million. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Because imagine, you're a Colts fan.
No, I'm not.
Matt Ryan got $50 million.
I'm not a Colts fan, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. The team in Indianapolis.
Okay, that team, yes.
They gave Matt Ryan $50 million.
He's a thief.
The team in Denver, they gave Russell Wilson $250 million. I'm sorry, $245. So we're talking $49 million a year to be absolute garbage.
But I will say this. I will say this, though. I will say one thing. Both teams have absolute doo-doo at head coach. I will say, like, they have something in common. They have absolute doo-caca at head coach. Josh McDaniels should not be a head coach in the National Football League. I've said, let's look at every team Josh McDaniels is head coach. What's his best record?
The fact that they cannot afford to fire him is the funniest part about this.
Imagine being stuck with a bad employee because, I mean, usually in a big company, it's because he knows people up, right? Yeah. This is not that. This guy right here cannot be fired because y'all don't got luxury tax, bro. The fuck,
bro.
Look, and to be very honest, when the new owners in Denver got the head coach they got him hoping that they could get Aaron Rodgers because that's the kind of quarterback that the system needs.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly think there is a way Russell Wilson can, emerge from all of this. This is a throwaway year, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think and Sunday was a flash of the player Russell Wilson is.
Mm-hmm. Explain.
Sunday was a flash of the player Russell Wilson is. I think if the coach and player could come together, because again, you remember that first game where he was like, "Yeah, I didn't trust my Why would a head coach go say that? I didn't trust my $255 million guy, to make that throw. So that's why I had to go, do that with the kicker. I think your confidence with your head coach was broken from day one. If they can repair that, I honestly think if they can repair it, we could see a different Denver Broncos next year. Either they repair it or get a new head coach. They're not going to get a new head coach because I don't think anyone fires a head coach after 1 year. I think you give him like a couple years. I think if they can come together next year, I think we see a different.
Can they fire Russell Wilson?
Nah, you're stuck with that contract.
Well,
for 5 years, bro.
Can they release him?
I mean, he had 57 yards rushing, 247 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. That is who Russell Wilson is. You know,
I'm sorry, that's who?
That's who. Hold on, that's who Russell Wilson is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Let me finish, bro. Let me land. That's who
Russell Wilson was.
Bro, stop doing that, man. Don't do that. I knew that's where you were going. And that's who Russell Wilson is. Do you realize that this is the first time like he's had that stat line this season because he hasn't had a chance to rush the football?
It took 14 weeks for him to have one decent game.
Because your head coach isn't calling plays for Russell Wilson. You know that, bro. You play sports. Come on now. You play. Did you play organized sports?
I did.
So you understand, right? When a coach has a favorite player or a coach has a player, he usually will call plays for that guy, right? And especially basketball, like 3, but get this guy the ball or let him run it up or that's usually what they do.
Mm-hmm.
When the favorite player goes down, what happens? The coach's plays are discombobulated because that's not who his guy is. I think that's what's going on. I think next year both coach and player are gonna come together. Let's watch this.
A couple of things.
Bookmark this. 36-32. Mo said it. Russell Wilson and head coach are gonna come together, and next year we're gonna see a different Denver Broncos. Let's ride.
Okay. Now here's what I will say about that. If you're a coach, and you need to rely on one player on a football team, you're the problem.
That's
as simple as that. Because having a favorite player is one thing, but you're a coach. You got to coach the game. You can't coach one player. You got to coach the game.
All those things are true. Yes. All those things are true.
So you know what? I mean, here's the thing with what you said. We're gonna see a different Broncos team next year. Of course we are. This team can't get worse. How does this team get worse? What do they do to get worse?
What's their record right now? Because you said it can't get worse. What's their record right now? 3-10, 2-10.
Dude, come on, dude. Come on, 3-10. You know who we expected 3-10 from? The Seahawks.
The Giants is 7-5-1.
The Panthers. The Falcons. Those are who we expected 3-10 from. Not from Broncos. Not from Broncos country. Let's ride. $245 million. 3-10 is the best you can give me. Come on, son. All right.
I get it.
Let's watch the rest of these games.
Yes. So yeah, the Rams, who nobody thought was gonna do anything. My $2 parlay hit, so they won their game on Thursday. Go Mayfield.
Hopefully you can retire in Miami.
Yeah, bro, I'm done. This is the last show we're doing, man. Oh yeah, I was gonna wait to the end of the show to tell you that.
Listen, man.
It's been real.
Invite me once a year.
Yeah, it's been a good run, bro. We'll probably do a yearly show, in Miami. But I'm about to buy a beach, a lakefront, a waterfront property. Yeah, you seen those little properties when they're doing the boat tours? That's gonna be me. I'm gonna be outside naked in front of my house. Like, what you gonna tell me? The Bills did what they had to do against the Jets.
Something like this. Oh, see, a penthouse somewhere, overlooking the water.
Of course, it's a little throwaway money. Thank you, Rams.
Thank you, baby. Go Baker.
My $2 parlay, will Baker Mayfield throw a touchdown? Yes. $2. It hit. Actually, if my World Cup one hits, I might really retire. I'm not even playing with you.
Who you got in the World Cup?
Argentina going all the way, bro, and they won today.
Bro,
so
But at this point, I don't know if Argentina is a surprise pick, bro, as of right now, because
I've been picked that way. I picked that at the beginning, though.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, that was at the beginning. So like, if
but
goes through,
you know something though. I low key think that there's a conspiracy for Argentina to win because they want Messi to go out with
the right. I feel like it because like I'm watching a lot of the games, and bro, the penalty today. I was like, hold on, every time they kept showing that replay, I was like, what are you looking at? Like
Messi, hold on. Here's a fun fact. Messi got more penalty this World Cup than Brazil and Germany had the last 2 World Cups.
Correct.
All right, cool.
No. You're not getting an argument out of me, but if that parlay hits, bro, yeah. What? It's Sunday, bro. If it hits, what? I'm going to Argentina for the to watch the. I'm collect my money and I'm gonna fly to. I buy a ticket same day.
There are a couple of countries I will not be going to.
Oh yeah, can't go to Argentina, bro. It's fucking racist.
I will not be going to Argentina or Brazil.
Anyways, Cincinnati. Listen, they've decided to get hot at the end of the season and get everything together. They're looking fucking scary, bro. They are. I know, bro. I know what you're gonna say, but it's not. The season ain't over yet. Job finished. I hit you with that. You weren't expecting that.
You see. I can't argue with you because you hit me where it hurts, bro. Because you taking quotes strip from my goat. You taking strip quotes from him and use it against me. All right, I'm gonna let it rock. Like you got it.
Job not finished.
What's there to be excited about? Job's not done.
Dallas. They did listen. That Dallas Houston game was crazy because Dallas showed me 2 things, right? So yes, Dallas stomped on the Colts in the 4th quarter last week Sunday's game or last Sunday Night Football. But what the biggest takeaway, I think I talked about this last week, or I don't know if I talked about this to you, was that it was 21-19 in the 3rd quarter. Dallas didn't put the Colts away. The Colts put themselves away. Started making mistakes. Two
interception and a fumble loss.
Yeah. So it wasn't. And then to show you again, the victory in Houston was not impressive. Dallas is not looking like the team to beat.
No, because we're approaching December. We're approaching January. That was the luxury of playing in January.
That is fucking true. So yeah, but they did their thing.
Look at the last freaking 15, 20 season. That's the luxury to playing in January, bro.
Oh, big fact.
Something about playing in January, whether especially whenever they have to play somewhere cold, it's like, oh no, I want no parts of this. Like when they have to play in Green Bay, they're like, oh no, Green Bay in January? Hell no. New York in January? No. Like every time they've had to play somewhere important or important game, they're like, no, thank you. We're gonna take an early vacation. That was not looking impressive.
I want to say one thing before I talk about this game. Do you know Detroit is 2 games away from being in the playoffs?
And I think Detroit's gonna make the playoffs.
Like again, 2 games out. Because they did what they had to do. We've been saying this all fucking Jared. Listen, I don't want to say let me not jinx it. Let me not jinx them. I'm not gonna jinx them.
So
I'm not
don't jinx it, but I was watching was it part of the interruption? Now, it was one of those stupid shows on ESPN. No, it was early in the morning. I forgot what show it was. I was watching. It was with like Greg Jennings, and I forgot who the other 2 guys were.
The one on Fox, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that one on Fox?
No, it's NFL. It's NFL.
It's
on NFL with the white guy, the angry runs guy.
Yes. So
yeah.
I turned out one morning when I was getting ready for work, and one of the guys was talking. He was like, yo, you know who the MVP of the Detroit Lions is this season so far?
Yeah.
And someone's like, oh, DeAndre Swift,
Nope.
Jared Goff, and he goes, nah, it's Christian Harper. It's like, who? And he put up this picture of like Jared Goff's fiance. It's a supermodel. Her name's like Kristen Harper. And then she put a picture of her in the car. She goes, "I love a Lions W." He goes, "That's why they're winning. Because Jared Goff wants to make sure she stays happy."
Bro, 3,352 yards, 22 touchdowns, and a QBR of 97.9. Jared Goff is looking
having
like
a better season than like 15 other quarterbacks.
Bruh, he's looking like the quarterback that they drafted.
Russell Wilson, that we thought Russell Wilson was?
No, that's not what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do that.
Supposed to be?
I'm saying he's Derek Carr, but he's looking like the quarterback they drafted. It's funny.
Mm-hmm.
The Rams let him go last year, and they went to the Super Bowl with the other guy. The other guy's out of the game. Jared Goff is having a better season than him.
Yes.
About to make the playoffs. Maybe not. They beat Minnesota. I'm gonna say this right now. Tennessee's frauds.
Is it Tennessee?
Frauds.
Yeah. But they've been frauds for
a while.
They've been frauds for some time.
Yeah, they've been frauds for a while.
You can't be a real contender with Ryan Tannehill as your quarterback.
You can't. And I think that's the problem. That's their biggest problem is Ryan Tannehill.
Ryan Tannehill was in Miami with a squad.
Bruh.
With a squad. Like, I remember that team. And somehow they were just
never amounted to anything.
And now he's in Tennessee. And we're talking like this man has had the best running back in football.
He's had a top 10, maybe 12 or 15 receiver. He had him for 3 years.
And he's had a top 5 running back. Who's been like, and not just a running back. He's been dogging. That man played
most
8 games last season. First 8 games.
Yes.
Missed the next like 6. Came back and still had over 1,000 yards in rushing. Like, that man was Tennessee or frauds. But then again, when you're Ryan Tannehill is your quarterback, you will be, you're definitely, by definition, a fraud because he's not real.
I don't even think he's a BQB. I think he's a very, very mid-tier C minus quarterback.
I think he's a BQ. I think he's a BQB.
No, I think it's C. But hear me out. When you have Derrick Henry doing what he does, when all you have to do is literally fake it to Derrick Henry, turn around, and do you know how easy? How many quarterbacks in this league today would want to be where Ryan Tannehill is?
There's 32 quarterbacks in the NFL. I would say 25 of them.
Listen, Tom Brady definitely.
Shit,
Jameis Winston definitely.
Aaron Rodgers
definitely. Like
Mac Jones, Zach Wilson, Mike White, Daniel Jones. That mentioned Aaron Rodgers, Justin Fields. I'm
not even gonna lie to you.
Mm-hmm.
Joshua Allen.
He could go. Ooh. First of all, no. That would be a dangerous combo, bro. You cannot put those two together.
That would look like the Michael Vick DVD days. Vick, Dunn, and Duckett. That's exactly what it would look like. Because you're gonna tell me that you. Come on, man.
Nah. So as far as quarterbacks that use it, bro. First of all, I don't think there's not a single team in the NFL that would say no to having Derrick Henry on their squad.
Correct.
So nobody would be like, oh, now I don't need him. Like what? You don't get nicknamed King Henry because he's just a good guy. Like no, like
I picked another upset with the Giants, and that was a disaster. So we're just gonna move past that. Baltimore, though, Baltimore is a team that won't quit, and I love it because again, job not finished, but they're the team that won't quit. They don't want to go because they lose a game. You know what happens? Yeah. They don't want to lose that game.
No. I love watching Baltimore play. No matter because Baltimore they seem like okay. Some teams find a way to lose. Baltimore like at times will find a way to win. But the problem is they're also the team that will find a way to lose. They've done that.
Bunch of their losses this year.
It's just like they were just finding ways to lose. So
I think 3 out of their 4 losses this year they found a way to lose. Kansas City. I mean, what else is to be said about Kansas City? They're them. But again, that game was. And can you imagine Kansas City and Denver being one of the most entertaining games outside of Minnesota? Like, can you imagine that? I know you don't want to say. I know you don't want to say.
I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that because, first of all, the same way, like, I don't like watching the Broncos play. I don't like watching them play. I feel like it's a waste of perfect of time. I could have been doing anything else with that time. But they played, last Sunday was a good game, so I'll accept that.
San Francisco beat the dog shit. Okay, moving on. I picked Seattle, and Jake, I know you're watching. I know you're watching. I know you're watching. I'm going to join Wetson's thing right now and say, I am never fucking picking Seattle again. Ever. How the fuck? Carolina?
So,
really?
Mo.
Really?
One of the great philosophers of our time and one of my favorite quotes of all time come from a guy. When I tell you the quote, you'll know where it could come from. I'm not a monster. I'm just ahead of the curves.
You should be ashamed.
That came from the great philosopher Joker from Dark Knight. So when I talk about the Seahawks and I told you that I will never pick them, it's because they do things like Sunday. How do you lose to Carolina Panthers? You know who's in the Carolina Panthers? You know who watches Carolina Panthers? People in North Carolina. That's it.
I don't even know who their fucking quarterback is, bro, at this fucking time. Who's quarterbacking for them? Exactly.
First of all, Mo, I think you and I both ought to be ashamed of ourselves because we have a sports podcast, but we don't know who plays, on the football team.
I would ask even the big guys, right? ESPN and co. Like, who's quarterbacking for Carolina this week? Nobody fucking knows. They plug and play. It's like, oh, I guess, hey, can you throw the ball? All right, come quarterback for us. That's the team Seattle lost to. Seattle doesn't deserve to make the playoff. Seattle doesn't deserve a playoff spot. Sam, the guy they benched, Baker. You know what? Let's move on. Tua lost the game again. This is the second loss back-to-back game. I don't know.
I don't like how Tua looked the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I don't. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about Tua in this past couple of weeks. But
yeah,
it's funny because the player, the Tyreek is still going on, so it doesn't fucking matter. Like Tua could be bad, but Tyreek's still gonna get hands.
Tyreek go Tyreek. I see him on the fumble recovery. The fumble recovery touchdown he had. Bro, he started running. He gets a 30-yard line. He started throwing peace sign like, all right, bro, like, you're not going to catch me.
Facts.
I know I'm 30 yards away, but come on now. You know you can't catch me.
and somehow the Chargers, like, okay, so let's really talk about the Chargers. Some fucking how the Chargers with nobody healthy and people just coming back and plugging and playing receivers here and there are in this. Like, go away, bruh. They're one game out of the playoffs.
The Chargers
and the Jets are one game out of the playoffs. You know, Jacksonville is 2 games out. I don't even know what to do with this fucking season, bruh.
Bro, what I tell you, like, I don't know how to predict games anymore. I'm also close my eyes and just like, do eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Because there's no way to predict who's gonna win. No way to know who's gonna win. No matter how good or how bad a team is, they're like. I hate this NFL season, but I also low-key love it because
it's fucking
we have no idea now how it's going to turn out.
Facts.
Facts. You know how every week we come on the show we say it's any given Sunday, but this season of the NFL it's literally been any given Sunday. So
New England won on Sunday again. Why you didn't pick New England? I don't understand. But thank you for not picking New England because that gave me the win this week. No, seriously, I don't understand why you didn't pick New England, bro. Like that makes
because they're not good.
And they were playing Call of Duty, bro. Like, come on, man. I pick New England I pick any team playing against Arizona and Call of Duty. Like, stop playing with me.
Yeah. I'm not choosing Arizona anymore. So I don't know who they play this week, but I know I'm not choosing them anymore. I'm never choosing the Seahawks. So now Pick'em is actually getting easier. I'm not picking the Rams anymore. So Pick'em's getting easier and easier. Like,
oh man.
Actually, you know what? Maybe I might pick the Rams with Baby Good Baker. So we'll see.
San Francisco. Oh, this one is easy. San Francisco.
Jake, you want to pick?
I think he's gonna. I think it's much better if Jake texts me those picks.
Yeah, I think he's gonna do that. But all right, so in Indianapolis at Minnesota.
Bro, you missed Thursday night game. Oh, you're just not gonna pick Thursday night game?
What am I supposed to pick?
I'm just gonna write San Francisco for you, bro. Like,
come on, son.
I know Jake is gonna pick.
What? Oh, you know what?
Hold on. Is he serious?
Wow.
Jake, wait, Jake, are you being serious right now?
Wow, Jake, you acting unusual.
Wow.
You're picking against your team?
Okay.
All right. But yeah, Minnesota.
Damn, let me get there, Minnesota. Let me get there, bro. All right. Jake said he's 100% serious and he's not picking those guys. Oh?
What the?
Miami at Buffalo. This is going to be a good one. This is going to be a good one. This is going to be a fucking amazing one. While Wetson is dealing with that, I'm going to... Fuck, who am I picking? You know what? It's at Buffalo. It's at Buffalo. I think it's cold. Yeah, I'm picking Buffalo. I'm definitely going Buffalo. Oh wait, Baltimore, Cleveland. I failed to pick that one. I'm picking Baltimore. So I got Baltimore. Philly, Chicago. I got Philly.
Hey, sorry about that. Security is testing like this. The mic, not the mic, the freaking sound system, whatever it is. In the hotel, so they're making all this extra noise.
You're good.
Okay. Yeah. What are we up to?
So after Minnesota is the Baltimore game.
Miami at Buffalo. Baltimore and Cleveland. Ooh. Is it no Lamar still, right? I'm gonna go Cleveland.
For like 3 weeks.
I'm gonna go Cleveland.
Okay. And who you got for Miami and Buffalo?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Facts.
Bills Mafia.
I got Philly for Philly and Chicago. I'm just gonna put that down for you, I think. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Detroit at Jets. You think Sauce Gardner is gonna have a great game this week?
I'm gonna go Detroit.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go Detroit as well, man. Cause like Detroit. How would you say that in French? Detroit. Pittsburgh at Carolina. I think I'm gonna say Pittsburgh. I don't know. I actually don't know.
I'm gonna go Detroit, and I'm gonna go Pittsburgh.
Okay. Dallas at Jack. Oh, man. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go Dallas. Right here. Dallas at Jacksonville, Weston.
I'm gonna go Dallas.
Kansas City at Houston. That's easy. KC. Just put KC down for Weston.
KC.
Yeah, I've already wrote that down for you. Arizona at You know what? I'm gonna pick Denver. There's no Kyler Murray. And let's see what Russell Wilson can do.
I said I wasn't gonna pick Arizona, and then Arizona decides to play the team I hate more than I hate them.
There you go. You gotta do something.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Arizona.
After saying he's not gonna pick Arizona on the same show. It wasn't even like the next show.
You want me to pick Russell Wilson?
It wasn't even the next. It was literally the same show. New England at Vegas. Well, I'm going Bill Belichick. I think he's gonna find a way to win that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Belichick on this one too.
Right. It's funny that we're not even picking New England. We're just picking Belichick. Tennessee at Chargers. Ooh, I like the Chargers.
Two fraudulent mid teams. I'm gonna go King Henry.
Of course, you really gone King Henry all season. Like no, that's one like the most consistent pick is King Henry.
You know what I mean?
Right. Cincinnati at well, that's easy. Jamar Chase. What are you picking? Cincinnati at Tampa Bay, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Cincinnati because they're on a 5-game win streak, and Tampa Bay is being mad.
You're picking against the old goat, the washed goat, Wash Brady. Oh wow, that's terrible, man.
Yes, I'm picking against him because he's proven that
he don't got it no more.
The team hasn't proven that they could win or they know how to win anymore.
Oh man, so it's not him, it's the team. Got you. New York and Washington.
It's a horrible team. I'm saying as a whole, like the whole team
as a whole.
Right. But I mean, he's playing absolutely garbage. Like, don't get me wrong. I would admit that 100%. He's playing like garbage.
That makes me so happy,
bro.
That's the best thing. I feel like as long as I've known you, Wetton, that's the best thing you've ever said to me, and it's not even about me,
bro. But
I can admit Tom Brady's playing garbage. You know what? Let's just end the show. Let's end the show right here. We don't even have to say. Let's just end the show.
Come on, son, bro. Listen, bro. I know sports. I argue sports, but guess what, bro? I'm not one of those delusional fans. Like, I'm not a stupid fan.
I'm just happy. I'm just happy that this is where we are today. Like, we could come to this today. This is like a come to Jesus moment, and I love it. I
hate this guy. Why do I talk to him? Like, why do I do this to myself? Every week I do this to myself. For the last damn near 6 months now. Every week I do this to myself.
Since the NBA Finals. New York Giants at Washington, bro.
Ooh.
This is win and stay in, lose the drops, win and stays. Like it's an important game. It's a Sunday night football game as well.
Damn. I'm gonna go Giants.
Oh, I'm going Washington.
Taylor
Heineke hasn't done anything for me to not pick him up or go with him. So I'm just gonna pick Green Bay. It's the Rams against Green Bay.
That's another trash ass game.
And honestly, I can't. You know what? No, I'm gonna go Rams.
I'm gonna go Green Bay.
Yeah, it's fine. I knew it.
I'm not picking Rams anymore. So you can put the Rams. You can put the Rams in the same category as Seattle. I'm not picking them anymore.
Well, let me call out the picks then. So San Francisco, I have San Francisco, Minnesota, Baltimore, Buffalo, Philly, Detroit, Pittsburgh, Dallas, Kansas City, Denver, New England.
You said Philly. You said Philly. You didn't choose between Atlanta and New Orleans.
Oh, we didn't do that one.
I think we all skipped that one.
Yeah. It's because is that even a real game? Anyway,
unfortunately, it is.
Go ahead and pick it, bro.
I'm gonna go Atlanta.
I'm going New Orleans, bro. God. Oh shit! Philly, Detroit, Pittsburgh, Dallas, Kansas City, Denver, New England, Chargers, Cincinnati, Washington, the Rams, and New Orleans. San Francisco, Minnesota. That's you. San Francisco, Minnesota, Cleveland, Buffalo, Philly, Detroit, Pittsburgh, Dallas, Kansas City, Arizona, New England, King Henry, Cincinnati, Giants, Green Bay, and Atlanta. And Jake, so far, San Francisco, Minnesota, Bills, and Ravens. I think he's going to send me the rest of his picks.
All right, cool.
Yeah, that was a pretty fun.
What'd you say?
I said this was a pretty good one.
Yeah. I mean, listen, the show itself is always good. Like,
Yeah, right.
It's always good conversation. It's always good, good talk. It's just like the games have sucked sometimes.
No, the games have really been horrible, and it makes the show annoying because it's like, how the fuck, like, who am I supposed to pick if I'm gonna watch Atlanta and fucking New Orleans? Like, what do I even like? That's such a trash pick. Someone has to pick a winner and a loser, but it's such a fucking trash pick because both teams are losers.
But you know what's hilarious? You know what's hilarious about it though? The fact that because it's a regular season, it can legitimately end in a tie, where it's like two teams are both.
Oh my god! I don't even want to.
And it's happened, so it's happened. Well, it happened twice this season so far, right?
Correct.
It was the Colts and the Colts in Houston, and then Washington and Giants, right?
Oh, you know what? Yeah. What? No, but Washington Giants is an important game because both of those teams, the loser.
That's what I'm saying.
They tied.
Yeah.
But like Houston, that was just that was a garbage game to watch. The Washington game was fun.
It was a good game. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's that for that. But no, thank you, Wetson. Thank you for those that are watching. Again, I made the playoffs in our fantasy league, so I'm going to. I guess. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one, and I'm going to leave you with this.
Oh, come on, man. Minnesota, downtown Minnesota going crazy right now, Kenny. Man, oh my goodness.
Man, I tell you, they're going to burn the streets down.
Come on, man.
Who's that running behind him? Yo, who's the guy running behind him?
Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. You tried to play in, not to play off.